You know, trying to figure out the Singapore property market, it can feel like you're staring at this huge, impossible puzzle. So, what does a successful roadmap through all that complexity actually look like? Today, we're going to take a look at one particular approach, the methodology of property advisor Jolin Co., to see how it aims to bring some real clarity to a market that's, let's face it, notoriously confusing. And if you've ever dipped your toes into it, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? The stress, the conflicting advice you hear everywhere, that feeling of uncertainty, it's a lot to handle, especially when we're talking about what's often the biggest financial decision of your life. Okay, so this is where having the right guide can make all the difference. The goal isn't just to make things simpler, but to build a really clear, actionable plan that just cuts through all the noise and turns that market complexity into a confident path forward for you. And the guide whose methodology we're looking at today is Jolien Co., the founder of JK Signature Estates. Her whole approach is really built on this principle of taking that complicated real estate journey and transforming it into a simplified, guided process. So, what's the big idea here? It's this shift in thinking, right? Moving away from just being an agent to becoming a trusted advisor. And what that means is, it's not just about getting a deal done. The focus is on providing guidance that's backed by actual data and managing the entire journey so it's as smooth and stress-free as it can possibly be. It's a much more holistic, service-first kind of model. And this really sums it all up, her core mission, to help you grow your assets with clarity, confidence, and signature-level care. Let's break that down for a sec. Clarity in the process, confidence in your decisions, and this signature-level care, which points to a service that's super personalized and detailed. Okay, so that sounds great, but how do you actually do that for someone? How do you take that mission and make it real? Well, it all kicks off with creating a personalized roadmap, a clear, step-by-step plan that's designed specifically for your property goals. And this roadmap, it's not just a simple checklist. Think of it more like a journey. You start with the fundamentals, right? The consultation and portfolio planning. Then you get into the nitty-gritty of buying, selling, or renting. But then, and this is super important, it moves into asset progression strategies. This step is absolutely key because it's all about using your property to build wealth over time, and it's all supported by market insights that are easy to understand. So, when you put all of that together, what do you get? You get what's called the signature difference. The whole point is to change the entire experience for the client, moving it from something stressful and transactional to something that feels, well, confident and secure. So, you might be thinking, what really makes this approach stand out? I mean, in a market that's so crowded, what are the core things that build that kind of deep trust and security with clients? Well, it really comes down to these 5 key pillars. First, you've got personalized, honest, and transparent advice. Then, there's a strong track record of actually helping clients grow their assets. You also have really clear financial planning, with everything explained step by step. And of course, a service that's responsive and pays attention to the details. And the whole thing is wrapped up in this bigger idea, being a long-term advisor who always puts your interests first, not just focusing on a single transaction. This really paints a clear picture, doesn't it? On one side, you have the challenge, the stress, the confusion, the uncertainty that so many people feel. And on the other side, you have the solution this advisory model aims to provide: clarity, confidence, and ultimately a secure future. It's all about transforming that experience. So, at the end of the day, everything we've talked about really circles back to one central promise. It's this promise of signature-level care, which is about so much more than just a property deal. It's really about securing your future. And this final thought, I think it just says it all. Because your home and your future deserve the best. It really frames property for what it is, not just a transaction, but a huge cornerstone of your financial life. And it kind of makes you think, right? That the level of care and strategy you put into that decision should match how important it is. It's a great way to look at any big financial choice, really, highlighting just how valuable a structured, long-term approach can be.